Welcome to GRE Mnemonics video number 91, a quick review of video number 90. Upon waking up, TV is switched on and one gets to see abuses on TV debates. Citizens weighed themselves and then took part in the rally in vehicles and hurled slogans supporting disapproval against bad governance. In Vietnam, the protest was building up like a volcano vent, and it was filmed using the latest ideas and innovations. The protesting vehicle had to take a reverse turn due to the advancing virus. The eco-friendly car used in the protest was praised by all. So let's learn and understand today's set of GRE words. Inversion. Change of order so that the first shall become last and the last first. Clue. War zone inverted. Visualize. An inversion of policy and inverted fighters led to the retreat from the war zone. When a bookstore's employees join together to purchase the store, there's an inversion of power. The employees become owners and the former owners are their employees. A reversal of position is called an inversion. In weather terms, an inversion occurs when the air temperature near the ground is colder than the upper air temperature. Bore. Drill. Make a hole, in or through, with or as if with a drill. Clue. Tunnel borer. Visualize. The war machine included a tunnel boring machine, with which a bore is drilled. Carpenter bees are boring holes into the wall. Carpenter bees drill or make a hole through the wall. You can bore a hole into something by drilling through it with a tool, and you can also bore people by excessively dull, repetitive, or tedious to be around. Dialogues. Borough. An incorporated town that is not a city. Association of men who gave pledges to the king for the good behavior of each other. Clue. Bur-oh at the fourth entrance. Visualize. As a result of the drilling, a borough is formed at the market in New York City. Manhattan is just one of the 5 boroughs that make up New York City. A borough is a town that has its own government. It also can be a part of a big city that has powers of self-government. When a borough is part of a big city, it represents a more formal division than just a neighborhood. It's a separate town, often one that has its own government. When you move from one borough to another, you might notice different tax rates or different parking regulations. In England, the word often refers to a town that has a representative in Parliament. Introgression. Entrance. Clue. Entrance of a truck with fresh vegetables. Visualize. The entrance of a truck with fresh vegetables which has undergone gene editing. The transfer of genetic information from one species to another due to hybridization between them and repeated backcrossing is introgression. Introgression is the entrance of the genes of one species into the gene pool of another through repeated backcrossing of an existing or between different hybrid species. Boorish, rude and clumsy in behavior. Ungentlemanly, awkward in manners. Clue. Clumsy crowd booed. Visualize. The people who consumed the new produce became bad-mannered. It was evident in their ill treatment towards boors. If your cousin tells revolting jokes, belches, and smells like he spent the winter in a cave, he could be described as boorish. Boorish is an adjective used for people with bad manners and a sloppy appearance. We almost always use the word boorish for men. This may be because it can be traced back to the 13th century word for herdsmen. Herders spent a lot of time alone with their sheep, sleeping in tents, and cooking over open fires. So it was no wonder that they didn't have the same refined manners as city folks. Let's summarize using this short story. An inversion of policy and inverted fighters led to the retreat from the war zone. The war machine included a tunnel boring machine with which a bore is drilled. As a result, a borough formed at the market in the New York City. At the market entrance entered the truck with fresh vegetables. This was the entrance of the gene-edited vegetables. The people who consumed the new produce were soon bored and became bad-mannered, seen in their ill treatment towards boors. Time for a quiz. Do you remember the word which means change in order so that the first shall become last and the last first? Do you remember the meaning for the word boor? Do you remember the word as well as the meaning associated with this mnemonic? We hope you got all three of them right. In case you haven't, please feel free to watch the video again. Let us know about your experience here till we meet next with the next set of GRE words. Thank you.